Welcome to Baseball Blueprint, your home for all things player development.
All right, guys. So, I made a program on GPT to help with our infielders. So usually I use a stopwatch, but I'm going to use a speaker this time to help us with our daily reps. So a lot of times I say, hey, let's be under a 4.4. And so I look at the stopwatch. If the ball didn't get the first base before 4.4, I just tell them no. Which there's a couple of problems with that in my mind. One, they have to trust me, which I'm glad if they do, but I wouldn't trust me. But also, like, you don't know how big of a miss it was, right? And so how do we find a way to mimic the feeling of a runner? How do we make it so it's a little bit more random too? Like, I don't want to have to just say a 4.4. What if they just, right when the ball is hit, had to adjust? And so I've got this speaker. We have a big one for the field. And I've made this program where when I run it, you can probably see it on the screen here, a box pops up. It took a second to find the box, my bad. So this box pops up and I can click these different numbers and it gives me a output on this. So I want to make sure I have this pretty low because I'm in an airport right now. This is kind of not the best place to use it. So when I click the button, click, I'll turn it up a little bit louder. Let's try now. So it's got a metronome on it and then an air horn. And each button has its own beat. Slower beat for higher numbers and so on. And I can edit these. These can be, they're fairly arbitrary. I just use these for training, but I can randomize it too. So then we can play a game where we just do random numbers and you have to beat the random number. And if your team doesn't beat the random number, you're off the field. The next team goes, and you can play 21 outs like this. You can do whatever you want. But I thought this was a neat way to simulate the runner without killing our outfielders, and then without like just giving an arbitrary stopwatch. This gives a little bit more tactile of a time. The only issues I had with making this is when it immediately went to 4 seconds, 4.2, 4.5, it wasn't really on that. I was using the stopwatch to check, so I had to edit that. It was about a half second off, so I had to edit that, but it's pretty dead on now. Very, very cool stuff. So let me know what you think. If you have ideas, obviously I'm open to those. I'm wanting to make this better and find better ways for my guys. So I appreciate it, and I will see you guys next time. Thanks.